What's up, everyone? Welcome to another 10-man heroic video for Mogu'shan Vaults. Today we're gonna be looking at Elegon. Just as a disclaimer, this one probably gonna be a long one, so buckle up and let's get into it. To begin with, during this fight you're gonna have kinda 3 phases, and throughout those phases there are some effects that are gonna stay all the way. One of them is the Touch of the Titans. When you are inside of the energy vortex, which is basically like the glass floor zone, you're gonna have the Touch of the Titans effect that increases your damage and healing received by 50%. And you're also gonna have Overcharged, which is a stacking debuff that increases damage taken by 5% per stack. On heroic mode, the energy vortex zone also creates a line of sight, so players who are inside cannot heal or damage stuff outside, and vice versa. For the phase 1, Elegon basically only does 3 things. The main one is the Celestial Breath. It's a big nuke in front of him, so try to keep the boss facing away from the raid. He also gonna cast a Materialized Protector, which essentially will summon a Celestial Protector. Have your other tank picking it up and dealing with it. We're gonna look in depth at the Celestial Protector next. And he also casts Grasping Energy Tendrils. Basically, if no one is in melee range of Elegon, he'll just grip everyone in and deal damage to everyone. So for the Celestial Protector, they also come with their own pack of mechanics, and you also need to deal with them accordingly. He has a nuke, the Arcing Energy, that basically nukes 3 people and applies a Closed Circuit debuff. You just need to heal it. The Closed Circuit debuff basically reduces healing received by 50%. He has a Stability Flux, at 25% HP, the Celestial Protector will start pulsing energy, dealing damage to everyone. You need to move it out of the energy vortex zone when he is next to reach 25% HP. So when he starts pulsing, only the people outside will take the damage due to that line of sight zone created by the energy vortex on heroic version. Try not to move it before the 25%, because when the Celestial Protector is outside of the energy vortex zone, if he's higher than 25% HP, he takes 90% reduced damage. So it's gonna take way longer to kill. It's gonna be staying there, pulsing for a long time, dealing more damage than necessary. When he's about to die, he's gonna cast Total Annihilation, which basically is an explosion around him and dealing damage to everyone that is there. So you need to make sure it happens outside of the energy vortex, so people inside are not affected, because they'll be protected by that line of sight created by the energy vortex. More on Total Annihilation. It has some extra effects when you're on heroic mode. One of them is the Stabilizing Energies. Basically, whoever is affected by Total Annihilation will get a dot that will tick for 50k every 2 seconds. To remove this dot, you need to heal the person affected to 80% HP or higher. He also gonna put a Destabilized debuff, which will prevent the same player from soaking it twice. So if you soak the Total Annihilation once, next time you're gonna get hit by a Total Annihilation, you're gonna die because of this Destabilized debuff. So you have to have a group of players that can cycle to soak the Total Annihilation, so you don't need to have the same one doing it for that person to not die. It also has a mechanic called the Catastrophic Anomaly, that basically, when he finished the cast of Total Annihilation, if there's no one to soak it, it will deal damage to everyone. So always leave one player outside to soak. With classes with defensives like Deterrence and Dispersion and Zen Med, they can soak it without much problems. So make an order, basically, for in a way that you always have someone to soak it. Like, if no one soaks it, everyone dies. If same person soaks it, that person will die. So make a signs for an order for those soakers. Phase 2, at 85% HP and 55% HP, Elegon will change from phase 1 to phase 2, and he gonna enter a draw power state, where essentially what he's doing is sacrificing parts of himself to create energy charges to try to power up the engine of that room where you are. So that draw power ability, he creates 6 charges that you're gonna have to deal with it, and every time he casts draw power, he increases his damage taken by 10%. So every he casts draw power, he takes 10% extra damage. You're gonna cast it again, you're gonna take 10% more extra damage, and so on. The energy charges he creates, those little ball sparks, will try to reach the focuses on the edge of the room to reactivate the engine, and they need to be killed. Each time a wave of charges is killed, it not only keeps Elegon on this state where he doesn't do anything basically, as it also increases the damage that he's taking, so you want to go for as much as you can. The energy charges themselves, they also have some things they do. Every time a new wave of energy charges comes out, so every time he casts draw power, the next energy charges will come with a high energy buff, meaning that every wave, those little walls will be 20% faster. So every time he casts draw power, you're gonna get the orbs out, and you're gonna have less time to kill them because they're gonna move faster to try to get to the focuses. Be prepared and try to figure out how much you can take it, how many waves can you make safely, because these on the next second phase is gonna be the best time to use the lust, because you're gonna use lust as the last wave that you can deal with come out. You're gonna kill the orbs fast, and then you're gonna completely ignore the next wave, and it will have all that time dealing extra damage on Elegon without him doing anything to you, basically. So it's the best moment for us to use lust cooldowns and burst as much as we can. Those energy charges also have discharge, that basically when they die they explode and deal some damage to all the raid. For the phase 3, the little energy charges did it, they reached the focuses, and at this point the focus will power up. Elegon will shield himself from damage, and the energy vortex will disappear. The glass floor thingy will disappear, so make sure you are not there when that happens. You need to move away, or you're gonna fall, die, and that's it for you for that try. During this phase, Elegon uses 2 abilities. One of them is Unstable Energy, which is the one that he's immune to all the damage and he pulsates damage on everyone, just heal through it. And Energy Cascade, where he'll gonna send some plasma nukes on a player location, and after some seconds that plasma nuke will summon a cosmic spark, which is ads that your tanks need to grab and control them. The Imperial focuses, yes, everything on this fight has their own things they do, that's why this one gonna take a while. So the Imperial focuses, they create a power line connecting to the focuses on the opposite side of the room, and you need to kill both of them to shut them down. While one of them is still alive, the second one doesn't deactivate. So you need to kill both for them to deactivate. When all the focus are down, Energy Vortex, the glass floor is restored, and phase 1 begins again. The Imperial Focus also have 2 abilities. One of them is the Energy Conduit. They just create a line of energy that deals damage if you pass through it. Don't go to it. And Overloaded, which is when they die, they send the remaining energy they have to Elegon, and increasing his damage and cast speed by 20%. For the final stage, After repeating the 3 phases a couple of times, Elegon will get into a final stage where he closes the outside world from the energy vortex, and now it's basically a race. You can still go outside to drop your stacks, but you're gonna take high damage, so it's better to just try to live through it unless you are reaching insane stack level, which you shouldn't. This is a high damage phase, so just stack up, pop your healing CDs, pop your raid CDs, smack as much as you can before he smacks you. For the tanks, to begin with, the window of tanking on this boss is very small. You're gonna be tanking the boss itself for a very short period of time, so don't be shy on your cooldowns. Just keep a constant stream of defensives running, especially during the breaths. Like first breath come out, pop a cooldown, leave that cooldown to the end, next breath come out, pop another cooldown. You're gonna be tanking it for a really low time, don't be afraid of using your cooldowns. Keep the boss facing away from the raid, so no one else takes damage from the breath. The breath deals a lot of damage. Protect your raid members from the sparks. They don't hit that hard on us, but they hit really hard on other classes. So try to grab them all as fast as you can, and to prevent other people from taking damage from them before you go back to the boss. And it's also good if you have them on you, because they're gonna help you increase your vengeance. We like vengeance. If possible, ask your raid to have the middle focus be the one you kill first. That way, you are not locked on that whatever zone you are, and you can freely move around to grab the rest of the sparks. If you are tanking the protector, start moving it out of the vortex earlier than 25% HP, because sometimes he stops to cast, and while he's there casting, he might get bursted and die inside and gonna deal damage to everyone. Also, about the protectors, try having someone else that is not a tank soaking total annihilation, because this way you ensure you have your cooldowns to use whenever you need. And anyway, most of those cases, those people are not going to use their defensives during the rest of the fight, so they can make it good use of it on that situation. And don't worry too much about your stacks. You are using your CDs constantly. The stacks won't make you take damage to the point that you're gonna die. You can easily wait till the energy charges phase to reset your stacks, so just chill with it. For the strats, on phase 1, it's very simple. We assign basically a focus zone to each of the DPSs, so they know what they have to do whenever is the energy charges and the focus part. And for the phase 1, we just stay with the boss faced away from the raid, with one tank tanking the boss. Melee is doing melee stuff. Second tank free, so we can grab the protector whenever it gets summoned. And the ranged just stay near the edge of the energy vortex, so not only is it easier for them to reset stacks, as they're also ready to help finishing the protector if need be. For the phase 2, the tanks pick a side and split, so they can help on that side depending on which energy charge gonna take more or less damage to make sure that we can kill them all. Melees take the deeper charges from the entrance, so the range don't have to move so much. And every DPS has their charge assigned to them, so they know what they have to deal with. For the phase 3, we split tanks and healers, so both of the sides has a tank and a healer, so everyone has everything covered. Kill the middle focus first, so tanks can move freely to grab all the sparks. Let the melees deal with their focus, while the rest just finishes the other 4 focuses, and everything besides the middle one should die roughly at the same time, so we can proceed to the next phase. For the final stage, just everyone stacks in the middle, pop your raid CDs and dealing CDs, and blast or be blasted. Now we're gonna look at the video of our latest kill. We start, I pull the boss from the side so I can face it right away to the back. So I'm the only one taking the breath. No one else should be affected by the breath. And the breath comes right away, so be ready to pop a CD right away. I start tanking, and right away I pop my fortifying brew. So the breath almost didn't touch me at all. You want to push the phases as fast as possible, because while he's on that state of draw power, it's almost nothing is happening. So it's the best stage to stay for as long as possible. I keep using my CDs on the breath to control all that damage coming. Meanwhile, the head already spawned. My second tank pulled the head outside. You can see it on the back. He cast a total annihilation. Almost no one took damage because he soaked it. And phase 2 starts. He starts a draw power phase. As you can see, he's just stopped there. No one is taking damage. Orbs will come out. And we try to keep it on this phase as much as we can. Every time he casts another draw power, he gets another debuff on himself for 10% damage taken. So we want these to go as long as we can. I think our limit at the moment is 5, and on the 6 we focus on the boss. As you can see, I'm on 26 stacks before 27 before I go reset, and not much was putting me in danger there. So if you are a tank tanking the boss, don't worry too much about the stacks. You have time to reset them. You can see this position of the raid. Everyone has their own orb. Everyone is attacking their own orb. The tanks, one on each side, helping out to ensure that those orbs don't get to the focuses before we want them to. At this moment, you already have the boss taking 40% extra damage. You're gonna cast one more. You're gonna be taking 50% extra damage. There we go, 50%. Also, you want to push it as close as possible from the next phase change, so you don't have to deal too much with this tanking phase. Now, phase with the focuses come out, we focus the middle one on both sides, so it gets deactivated right away. And with the tanks now have free room to go anywhere where the sparks could spawn. So we need to ensure that no one gets attacked by the spark. One spawns, get it right away. Don't stay on those plasma nukes, by the way. It deals a lot of damage to probably one-shot almost everyone. Grab all the heads we can, kill all the focuses, move to the back, take the heads with you. They are giving you vengeance. Now it's gonna be my other tank partner grabbing the boss, and I need to prepare myself for when the protector will come. And we're gonna show now how to deal with the protector also. It will spawn a blue animation on the floor. There we are. And that's where the protector will come. Just grab it, pull it next to the edge on the place where is his kill zone. And as soon as he gets somewhere close from 25%, move it out. He explodes outside, he dies, he's casting total annihilation. My Shadow Priest comes to soak it with his potion, and I get back to the boss, and we are already on drop power again. It took us a couple of seconds just of actually tanking the boss before we phase it again. Keep dishing all the damage you can. On this phase, the lower you get the boss, means less time you're gonna spend on the final stage, where there's actually damage going out. So you wanna push this phase as much as we can. As a tank, keep making sure that all the orbs are dying relatively at the same time. If there's no one that for some reason is a bit less damage, because that should be the one you should help. And in here I think we lust and we mess up, because we lust and we couldn't. Okay, next one. Yeah, we lusted here and we couldn't kill this spark, and we're gonna transition without wanting it. And just for you to have an idea how not hard the fight is if you make everything mechanically, we failed lust. Our hunter died on one of the transitions, and we still killed the boss without any problems. So middle focus is dead. Help a bit my melee before that wall goes out. That wall goes out, I can now move and go to places. My hunter just jumps out in the pit. Happens to the best of us. And I stay looking for the heads to grab them, so my raid members don't have to take damage from it. Now, as soon as we transition, he's gonna go into his final stage, and we just want to focus everything on the boss. Everyone stacks in, we pop all the cooldowns we have left to survive, and just melt it, basically, and that's how it goes. This phase, you need to kill him before he kills you, but because we managed to push him to like 10%, it took almost no time for it to die, even without one of our DPSs. And there we go. That was Elegon. It was another one of those that we thought it would be more complicated than actually was. In general, we had that experience with all the fights. So good luck for you, good luck on your loot, good luck on your raids, hope you succeed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.